Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Conostip and this is going to be part 58 of my Imperial campaign where I'm playing as Egypt. And in the last episode we did take Tarsus, finally, and the Seleucids are finally finished. Yeah, they are done for, and we have finally started to actually make some progress in taking these 3 settlements that are holding Eastern Anatolia. So I would say that's going to be Mazaka being the next target. Sinope is tempting just because there's this other rebel army that's hanging out right outside of Sinope, and that would allow us to get a draw-out battle and be able to potentially take the city without having to fight a siege battle, just as we did down here in Tarsus. But my gut and my heart are telling me to target Mazaka and get rid of the Greeks. I just, you know, I don't know if they have the potential to train any more units, but I would like it. If I could, I would like to get rid of them before they could train any more armored spearmen, if that's in the cards for them. So that would be my my target, I think, that I want to go for. Now, what is it going to take Mazaka? That's a half banner, so even though it looks like a lot, I imagine these troops are pretty banged up. However, I think the troops that are pretty healthy are the ones that matter, like the armored spears and the 3 generals bodyguard units. I think those are the units that are going to be relatively strong, and those are the ones that are going to hurt me the most. So I'm going to be attacking Mazaka with a really brute force strategy of just kind of throwing everything that I can at it. I have an army here that's all mercenaries, or mostly mercenaries, and they can reach Mazaka right now. I have elephants here. I don't like the chances of this stack winning that battle by itself, so I would like to bring some reinforcements. You guys can make their way as well. You do have onagers, so you could force your way in. I'm tempted to lay siege to Mazaka and actually force them to sally out. That's my temptation. And I don't do that. I don't think I've ever done that so far in this game, because it takes so long. Like, it's 8 turns? God damn. That's a long time. I don't know, since I've never done this before, I don't know if the AI waits the entire 8 turns. You know, like for instance up here in Armenia, they don't, you know, they don't sally out because they know they can't accomplish the victory, so they wouldn't sally out until their last turn anyway, which I have not allowed to happen. So I don't know if the Greeks would wait until the full 8 turns. But what I'm tempted to do is to collapse in on Mazaka with these armies here. We can bring, oh no, not you. You're the remnants that got beaten up trying to, yeah, win the battle against the Greeks. Yeah, that's you. I don't know if you're much use. Honestly, I can merge you guys up. There's barely anything here. You could make it there, but I don't know if I want to lay siege to them just with one army. So we could get right outside of Mazaka and hang out. And then these armies, they could use for a bit of retraining. There is that last Seleucid army, which has now gone rebel. So I will have to deal with them. In fact, I should just do that right now. Yeah, you guys can probably just take that small little army out. So since I'm going to be doing that anyway, maybe what I want to do then is, I was thinking about skipping the retraining just to save some time. Let's actually merge. And then just retrain this. And then maybe just hire some mercenaries to fill the army out. That's an option. And then just move on as fast as possible. I can also bring you down. I was going to be attacking Sinope, but again, that's another place that I don't really want to be attacking with just one stack. So let's bring you and your onagers down to Mazaka. You'll be getting there in, yeah, a couple turns. So yeah, you can get on your way. And then let's go ahead and retrain these guys. I don't know if I need to retrain peasants right now, because if I have to, I can bring these units over to produce a garrison. I have peasants, they can reach as well from Antioch. So I don't think I need to train peasants right now from Tarsus. And then you, how about you finish these guys off? 3-star general. And then 3 militia hoplites, hoplites, peltists, and Greek cav. We are already in range with our bowmen, so they can start shooting at these militia hoplites. It's not going to be taking too much to demolish these guys. They have very light armor. And that unit wants to come in as well. They're not going to fare much better. And it's going to be the peltists, yeah, and the general as well. So let's get my chariots moving up so that we can start taking pot shots at those units. Desert Axes will be right behind. And we have cav on our left side as well. And they can just hang back and... yeah, the spears, they want to go after the cav. They really want it, but I don't think they're going to be getting there in time. They're sending their Greek cav forward. Ooh, and here comes their warlord. He wants to go right for my spears. Perfect. And let's send you guys up to go after them, and they're charging right into my spears. Wow, just like that. Okay, yeah, he went right for it. So let's send my general to chase here, and you're throwing your javelins in here, and then here, you just go back. And that's the break that we're looking for. So you go here, go after the peltists. And it's just going to be that last unit remaining, and we just have to break the peltest, and I think that's going to be it for the battle, I think. And, oh, nope, now they rallied, that Greek cav rallied, so there we go, that's the end of the battle. And we did lose 13 men, but now we can prepare this army to march on Mazaka. And again, as I was saying, I don't think I want to waste any time here. I think I want to just make my way, yeah, I think. I can get some Cilician pirates. Yeah, let's do it. Start making your way. You can get there next turn as well, I think. We'll retrain you for now. 3 armies should be fine. That should be enough, right? I think so. And if anything, you guys can just be a garrison in Mazaka. So yeah, you guys can come over as well. And you'll just be my quick garrison so that I can quickly move these armies out and attack Sinope afterwards. Before I forget, let's gang up on this unit of peltasts down here. Just the 1 unit. Yep, that's fine. So you guys just come there. And you come right there. And then you come right there. And that's going to be fine. We're just going to run these guys down. You think you can outrun a horse? Well, I don't know what you were thinking, but you can't. You can't outrun a horse. You're not even going to get a toss-off. You're going for that red line, but it ain't going to work. Alright, that's all cleared up. And I think we have a bit of fighting in North Africa to do, actually.
Glorious victory!
Yes, yeah, glorious, sure. Can you kill this guy? No, you've already attempted this turn. Okay, fine. And over here, you can go ahead and try to clean up these guys. It's just going to be... so yeah, the 6-star general and then 2 light auxilia. Perfect. Let's just run these guys down. We are starting to corner the Scipii army here, and it looks like my chariots are already starting to take shots at them, so let's get my chariots back because we have drawn their attention here. Let's get my army in place because, yeah, they're going to be charging right on forward, eh? Alright, let's just charge forward with my general here. And in this case, let's just kind of go all in with my chariots and destroy these guys. And then let's get my cav moving up here to get them on this side. So yeah, chariots, run them down. Chariots should destroy the general. That looks good. Perfect. And there he goes. And then cav can run down those guys. Let's do some light auxilia running off. And as soon as my cav are no longer distracted by those light auxilia, let's make sure that my slingers and... oop, nope. Oh, what's the button? Damn it, what's the button? What's the button for this? Z, damn. Alright, there we go. There we go. Turn off fire where it will, and don't kill my own guys! There we go. So we lost 11 guys, probably a little bit more due to friendly fire, but they've been cleaned up, and now we can clean up the bigger Scipii army that's just... right, no! God damn, seriously? God damn, oh, it's so annoying. I guess I didn't run them down. What was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking.
My liege.
Oh, that sucks. That's so annoying. All right, here we go. Let's get these guys. 540 men. It's a pretty beat up army. But let's make sure we run them down this time. The Scipii army is starting to come forward now. So let's see here. They want to get after my slingers. So let's try to intercept the Roman cav with my desert cav. And let's see, they want to march on my chariots. Let's just back up here and let them take shots at my archers. So we've cleaned them up here. So you just continue to run them down. And what do they got here? Early legionary cohorts. Let's just continue to back up, I suppose. Let's actually send my... Who are you? What are you? What's your name? Let's send my regular chariots after their early legionaries. And now let's get my guys back on this side. Yeah, I don't need you chasing them. You can continue to chase. That's fine. And what are you? So the Roman cav on that side. Actually, no, I don't want you to get out of position here. So let's get back. And what's happening in the front? Alright, so legionary cohorts broke on my Nile spears. Kind of looks like they're all running away. But they've already retreated once in this fight, so that means that they're gonna be done for, right? That's how that works, right? So let's chase down what we can here and then here. And then, yep, you do the same thing here. You guys can come off of wedge because the only point in having guys in wedge formation is if you're going against other cav units. I don't know if we're going to be getting this entire army here. Unless, I mean, they should be done for, right? 81%. We'll continue this time if we can get the last couple guys.
Victory is yours.
But yeah, they already
that it is not both well deserved and worthy.
They already retreated, so that should be it for them, right? So yeah, we lost 26 men.
Victory!
And yeah, they got away. Okay, so yeah, you do still get away from that. I'm trying to think because I'm trying to remember. As the player, when the player already retreats on the strategy map, and then they get caught anyway, and they have to fight, and then they just withdraw from that battle. I've done this before. Don't you lose the army? Or do you just take losses? I think because you can't. I don't think you can. God, I can't remember. Can you not withdraw? But if you press escape to end the battle, you just take like the auto calc losses. Is that how it works? Yeah, I don't know, but it kind of feels like it's a different rule set for the AI and the human player. But I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. If you know the answer, let me know. But clearly I can also just, pay attention better. Luckily for us, Cyrene is open to attack. We have our spy inside, and he has opened the gates. I think. Yeah, the gates are open. Perfect. So we can attack. By the way, I've been calling it Cyrene. I think that the E at the end of it is pronounced. I feel like I've heard it called Cyrene and not Cyrene. I thought that I heard it called Cyrene in a podcast that I was listening to, but I feel like I've been saying it this way for so long that I'm starting to doubt that. I don't know. I'm a little bit lost on that. I'm wondering because so I'm a baseball fan, and there's a baseball player on the team that I follow. His last name's Green, but there's an E at the end of it, and one of the announcers for the team would always call him Greenie. He would always pronounce that E at the end, and it kind of just became his nickname over time. And now I'm wondering, did I just do that to Cyrene, and I just started calling it Cyrene because maybe like a podcast that I listened to might have used it as like a nickname or something. I'm not sure. I mean, if it's a Latin, you pronounce every letter, right? I don't know. How would I know? Anyway, let's just assault Cyrene. I'm going to call it that for now. And yeah, we won't have to use our battering rams, but it's just going to be the general and then Triarii and Auxilia. And oh yeah, the guys that just ran away, so I can fight them as well. Perfect.
In battle.
To start off with, I'm not even going to bother using the battering rams. They're there if I need them. If I feel like I don't want to go through a bottleneck and I feel like I really need to use the ram to create a second entry point, I can do that, but I have a lot of missile troops. I have my Pharaoh's Bowmen, I have 2 units of slingers, I have 2 camel archers actually. This is the first time I've used my native camel archers, so they're available if I need to use the extra firepower. And I also, of course, have the 2 units of chariot archers. So I have a lot of firepower here, and if they want to stand in front of a gate and just block it up, I can demolish them. In fact, I've already done a lot of damage to that unit of Auxilia. So let's bring up the Pharaoh's Bowmen, and then I can start bringing up the spears and the axemen afterwards. Oh yeah, there's the reinforcements coming on in as well. If they want to get into the settlement, that's fine. My spy has opened the gates for them, so come right on in, guys. Instead of wasting arrows in these last 2 Auxilia, I can just send my axemen in, and they can chase them down, maybe? Actually, I was kind of hoping I could chase them down. Those 2 guys gotta get away. God damn, my guys got stuck here. This is annoying. They're off to the side. Somehow got stuck in the unit. That was annoying. Oh well. 2 Auxilia got away, and I can just move my spears in now. How are they? What's happening here, guys? That's weird. Yeah, there's like nothing obstructing you, but you're kind of pretending like I'm in your way. Oh, I didn't notice this. Who ran in? So the Roman cav ran into my spears. Looks like my spears were able to get set up in time, and yeah, I'm starting to stack them 1 unit on top of the other so that we can just form a giant block here and push our way through. Looks like Velites are coming up now. We've got war dogs. Alright, war dogs are kind of suck. I mean, I guess the spears do okay against them, so maybe they're not going to hurt as much as I think. And archers, are you guys in place yet? Alright, let's make sure that my archers are put back onto fire at will so that we can gun down these Velites. And yeah, these archers, are not the archers, but the war dogs, they should get impaled on the spears. And they're just going to run the Velites right on in. Okay, well, I'll take that. Yeah, they don't want to use their Velites javelins. They just want to chuck them into a melee. That works for me. And yeah, our spears are going to do a good job here. So let's actually group these guys up like this in this block so I can just march them down. Yeah, let's just march them forward like this. War dog handlers are also coming in now. You guys can go ahead and put your spears back down. Yep, perfect. Start poking down the war dog. You guys can put your spears down, that'd be fine. Yeah, I'm having trouble managing this block of spearmen in this tight confined space here. We are continuing to push our way down this tight little alley here. And now Auxilia have made contact, so let's put our spears back down and start poking away at these guys. How many are left? 20? Yeah, they are going down very, very fast. And I'm going to want to make sure that I get my guys into a good block before those heavy cav get into us, because yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, you guys get into place right now. Yeah, you guys have to come up and support your dudes now. Support your guys. Yeah, that's 36 heavy cav. That's a lot of heavy cav. And I was not in position fast enough, so they are gonna hurt us. Make sure you put your spears down, guys. Yeah, they're kind of messing up our formation here. Let's see, they're down to 31, so they're losing guys, but they're not losing guys fast enough. Let's see, let's get my general up here and have him use his rally ability. How far back are you? Alright, yeah, you're a little too far back. Alright, we got the Roman general, nice. Okay, phew, our spears are pushing through, good. Alright, so they did okay there. There's still 20 men left in the bodyguard unit. You can blow your horn and try to keep the morale high. Archers are shooting into the sides of this general's unit, which is fine by me. As long as you don't hit your own general. Yeah, make sure you're shooting. Alright, let's get archers to go off of fire at will, and let's get my general thrown in and help these guys out. Because yeah, at this point, that drones unit is fully behind. Come on, come on, go, 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 go. Come on, what are you doing? Jesus Christ. Alright, let's try to break this general's bodyguard unit. There's 10 men left in the unit.
Enemy general shows his value.
There we go, alright. Man,
Enemy general has been
they did a
killed.
lot of damage
Now
to
we
my
will see
spears.
the measure of these
Holy
soldiers'
smokes.
courage.
Yeah, that was pretty rough there. We weren't quite ready for that. I should have had my archers off of fire at will because I think they drew the general into combat before I was ready to go. The Triari guy are charging right in. Okay. Well, I got my Desert Axes coming up. And Desert Axes, I think they should do okay against Triari guy. I was kind of hoping to get some of you guys behind them instead of having you guys all charge in the front. That's really not what I was going for here. How are we doing? Okay, so they're losing men. Yeah, they're losing guys. They're a tanky unit for sure, but they're fighting a bunch of Desert Axes and Nile Spears, so looks like we will be wrapping them up. I'll leave my general out of this one because I don't want him to go up against the spears, but we should run down. Let's see here, what's left? Just a handful of velites and pig handlers. No big deal.
Yours. And no one can
That's
argue
gonna
that
do
it
it.
is not
Cyrene
both
now belongs to
well-deserved
me.
and
Alright.
worthy.
Now, hopefully I can actually retrain some of these units here. I forgot to... I'm sure I checked at one point, but I can't remember what the deal is here. It might not be great. I might not have too many options.
Glorious
And I took more casualties on my spears than I anticipated. Alright, so it's not that big of a town. I should probably just occupy it. I think. Yeah, there's 8,000 people. So I can just lower taxes. It's still not going to be happy with low taxes. Yikes. Alright, well, what if I retrain some units? They're still not going to be happy. So what if I recruit 2 units of peasants? And that's still not going to do it. Well, 70% still within range, right? Like there's still, they're not going to be any rioting at 70%. And what can we do here? We can get Nile Spears, Desert Axes, Nubian Cav, Egyptian Chariots, no archers, no chariot archers. Yeah. So we can retrain some stuff, but it is quite limited in what we can do here. And we have some pretty big Scipii armies right on the way.
mighty general.
So, let's see. Do I want to bring you closer? I guess so.
Mighty general.
Yeah, because you have to continue chasing them down, I suppose.
Lord. Sire.
And
My
I was
great
looking
lord.
for... There's a boat that had an army, right?
Yes, mighty lord. Yes, mighty lord.
No, nothing? Okay. That might be worth keeping an eye out for that boat. And then on here I do have the onagers, which I ended up not needing to use. So I think I want to keep them on the boat for now.
Set sail.
Because I don't want to just park my onagers outside of the settlement and then, you know, the Romans can have a draw battle against me. That's not really what I want to be doing here. So what's the... What temple do they have? They have Athena. Athena's going to give law and happiness? Okay. So... that's going to be 10%. So if I destroy that right now, that's going to bring it down to 60%. So I don't want to do that. How much would this shipwright give me? Nothing, because I'm already trading with whatever I can. Alright, so what about paved roads? Paved roads, man, it's not a lot of money, eh? I mean, Execution Square would at least reduce the corruption. And it would, of course, give me some 10% to law bonus as well. So that's tempting. Yeah, it's tempting to just get that. It'd be done in 3 turns. What would the bazaar give me? Really not much. Jesus. The thing is that getting the paved roads, sure, like it seems important, except for this is such a small region. What is it, by the way? Cyrene. Okay. This is such a small region that like, sure, roads are good, but what for this little stretch of land, is that really crucial right now? If I was making some decent income off of it, sure, but again, I'm not, so is that what I need to prioritize, or should I prioritize a law building? I think I want to prioritize a law building. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. That's okay. I now have all of my build orders put in for this turn, but before I end it, I have to remind myself, I'm wondering at this point, is it time to make a run for that Parthian settlement, Campus Sagai? This army here, it's something, okay? And it's not great, but the thing is that the Parthians are building up. That's the thing. That's the thing. They had less stuff, and now they have more stuff, and it's making me think, do I need more to take them on? I have a lone army marching through the wilderness. Can it win against this? I don't know. I'm a bit worried about their Persian cavalry, their long-range horse archers. What exactly do I do against that? I don't really have an answer. Because if I had Pharaoh's bowmen, that's one thing, because they are long-ranged infantry, foot-based archers. They can outduel the cavalry because, for one thing, they're bigger units, and secondly, I believe that the unit model being bigger makes them an easier target. I think that that's what was implied way back in Shogun 1. It was the same thing was implied, and in that game, the unit sizes are the same. Cav and infantry both had 60 models on the base unit scale, so it was always implied in Total War games. I think that it's just that the model being bigger makes it easier to hit. I think. So the Pharaoh's bowmen would outduel the Persian cavalry theoretically. Well, no, they would. But I don't have any. I just have the regular bowmen in my northern armies. So is what I have here, these 2 generals, 3 basic bowmen, 2 Nile spears, Nubian spear, 3 Eastern mercenaries, 2 Nubian cav, and a desert axe? I don't know. Is that enough to take Campus Sakai? I would actually rather a siege battle over a draw out, I think. Because then I can kind of hunt them down in the city streets rather than fight them on the open ground.
Aye, great lord.
Let's see, there's that pirate. Yeah, let's get rid of these pirates. It's kind of counterintuitive because they are blockading the Parthians, but I want to make sure that they don't kill my... I could build a second boat, but I don't want to spend the time on it. So let's see if I can get rid of these guys, and yes, they have been sunk.
Victory.
I can just go back to blockading them. I don't know if that's doing anything because their only 2 provinces are connected to each other, so I don't know if they're trading anyway. There's no trade routes, so yeah. But let's go for it.
Mighty general.
Hopefully I can train some mercenaries when I get up there, or hire mercenaries, should I say.
My liege, mighty general.
And Arsakia, are you gonna be cool? Yeah, you'll be cool.
Ships ready.
It's something. Yeah, let's get on my way here so you can get up there in 4 turns.
Yes, mighty lord.
Alright, sounds good.
No more moves, sire.
We have found ourselves a suitable husband for Netekerti. Kasikem Neos Dionysos, 16 years old, 1-star general. Been in the wars. What is that again? +2 to your general's hit points. Okay. Yeah, fine. Why not? Welcome into the family, sir. So we have 20,000 in the treasury. Okie dokie. And catapult range in Memphis. So now we can get the Pharaoh's bowmen and the onagers trained up there as well. That's going to be nice. Now we can finally start using these 2 settlements to kind of team up on using the armor bonuses in Horus and then the experience bonuses for Imhotep. So that's good to know. What else do we have? Any more barracks or anything? Yeah, barracks in Alexandria as well. So we can get the Pharaoh's Guards there. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Ceasefire between the Spanish and the Scythians and the Romans. Okay, that's nothing. It's like a bunch of back and forth between that. And yeah, there's the marriage. So all in all, a pretty uneventful end-turn phase there. So what's happened up here? So you think you're going to bypass me, eh? Interesting. Interesting play.
My liege.
Looks like I might be able to reach you with this army. Can I beat you with this army, though? This army is kind of chunky. You know, they got some Praetorians. They have... Jesus, Jesus, holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. That's one, two, three... 3 Praetorians, and then is it no 4 Praetorians, and that's 2 urban cohorts? God damn. And then their like lesser infantry is going to be their legionaries. God damn. And they have 1 unit of Praetorians as well. How's the general? 2 stars. Okay, that's kind of a scary army.
Orders?
Orders.
Orders.
I can't really take them just with 1 army. Wait, are you gonna bypass me? Is that what you think you're doing? You're gonna go after Siwa? Yeah, I don't have much of anything back here. Huh. That would be an interesting play. I was wondering if they would do that. I was wondering if they would, you know, kind of magnet... What am I trying to say? Just kind of attract in on Cyrene or Cyrene. Or if they would bypass Cyrene and go for Siwa. I was wondering about that. Because I thought to myself that would be the smart play, but I thought the AI wouldn't be smart enough to do that. Because by doing this, that would make me, you know, have to defend this entire sector instead of just holding the walls of Cyrene and saying, you know, come get me, bro. So this essentially either requires me to station an army in Siwa or to, I don't know, station an army up here on the border, I guess. That's interesting. Yeah, that puts me in a tough spot because this army, first off, not really the army that I want to be using to attack that army. Not by itself. And secondly, I need to clean up these guys just to get them out of my rear. Did that general just... Were you there before? I thought that it was just the... Where did you come from? I thought it was just the Light Auxilia. There was a general there previously, but I killed him. I am so confused. That is weird. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, that's a tough choice. I mean, I have to get them. And then what do? Do you chase that army, that terrifying army? I don't really like that option either. I could hire some Numidian mercenaries. That's an option. In fact, yeah, let's merge these guys together and create some space, and let's do that. So what am I missing? I'm missing a spearman? No, yeah, I'm missing a cav unit, so let's just hire them. Yeah, that's not a good option. And this army can't leave yet.
Sire.
What are we at? 70%? What if I... Okay, actually that's fine. Just by training up a couple peasants. So garrison is at 80% with the full garrison, obviously. Sire. I wonder... I mean, we have a peasant unit right there. I wonder if we can get away with this. Let's just find out. Forward. So if we put you inside and then just recruit. Are we going to get away with this? 0%, no. Not a chance. Alright, so we have to bring these guys back in. Let's start with that. Nope, not enough. So I can't leave with this army at all. Cyrene needs the garrison. Although... Actually, well, you can just take their place, I suppose. Because I feel better about fighting with this army. It just has, it's a better army. Not by much, but it has the Pharaoh's Bowman, which is good. Yeah, that's tough. I think these guys could use a little bit of a topping off anyway. So I think that's going to be the answer then. Let's bring them out, and yeah, for now, they're not going to make it far for now. You guys can go in, and then go ahead. So I don't need to retrain all these peasants. No, just retrain these units. Then we can recruit one peasant. And then that's going to be fine for now. And then going forward, so like we can hunt down him in this turn, and then after that we can either shadow this army with both of these armies maybe, and then just have this army hold Cyrene against these Scipii forces, which hopefully aren't as scary as that other one that just walked right by me. Yeah, it's not ideal, but that might be my best option. I don't like that the chances of killing this Scipii diplomat has gone down to 40%, but I do want to kill him. And nope, swing and a miss. Man, are you just getting better with every failure? No, you're still one to influence. Is it you're just getting worse, are you? Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, so what about up here in Anatolia? Are things looking okay? Are we ready to make our move? We can siege with 2 armies, 3 armies. We could, yeah, we can get there with 3 armies. I think I want this army. Well, this army has the onagers. It would make sense for them to do the sieging, actually. But if I get attacked, it's going to be the army that's sieging, right? Like that makes sense. So the army that I would be commanding would be this army. And is this really the army that I want to be commanding? I don't know. I'm not convinced this is the army that I want to be commanding. There are options for mercenaries, 2 barbarian mercenaries, so nothing great. Let's see. Can I merge some guys? I can. Let's just get these guys, I suppose. Just for some more bodies. And then
Mighty General. Orders? Orders?
yeah, let's siege with that army.
For battle. Besieging settlement, sir.
That looks good. 2 siege towers, a sapping point, and a ladder. And it says we can assault right away. Yeah, duh, because we have onagers, right? No, let's maintain the siege. And let's just see if we can draw them out. I don't want to wait around forever, but I'll wait around for a little bit, at least. And can I get somewhere where I'm going to be within reinforcement range? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Because I can't stand there. Let's see here. I might have attacked from the wrong direction. Shit, no. No. God, I hate it when I do that. That sucks so much. So now I'm not going to be able to support. I mean, I could bring you in, but again, I don't know if you're going to be able to support. Standing there, I don't think that's close enough. Dang. I might just have to fight them with both of my mercenary armies. Well, Godspeed, guys. It might be enough. I guess we'll find out. I'm looking at Leptis Magna here, and there's only 3 units holding it. Oh man, that would be nice. That would be a good grab. Looks like they have stone walls, it appears. Yeah, the tier 3 stone walls. It's a large city, so the tier 4. Okay. Okay, that's tempting. What else do I know about it? What's their production like? Army barracks, so Praetorians, Legionaries, so it's a tier 4, I believe. So I could train up to Desert Axes using that. Okay, it's so tempting. It's so tempting. Like, what is it going to take to hold out against these Roman forces? The 3 stacks that I have in the region? Probably. So yeah, I guess I have to train up another stack here in my core provinces. Yeah, I guess so. What can I train here in Siwa? So let's get them involved in this training process. Because I'm getting my bowmen in Alexandria. I can start getting my Pharaoh's Guards here in Memphis. And then Siwa. I can start getting Desert Axes here in Siwa. And then my Slingers here in Thebes. Yeah, if I get all 4 provinces working together, maybe we can get an army together quickly enough. I don't know. And then I do have some. These are the forces that I took from Kydonia. Just some mercenaries mostly, some Egyptian chariots and some mercenaries. So what do I want them to do? You know what? Actually, they could hunt down this stupid little army up here and let you guys do something more important. Like what? I don't really want you to stand in the way of this army because they're just gonna crush you. Can I beat this with that army? I don't think so. Yeah, I just don't see it happening. I don't have... Like, this is mostly spears. Not enough archers. 3 slingers. 2 chariot archers. Some Numidian... Yeah, it's just... It ain't... It's not the right comp, you know? So I don't think I would, like, shadow it. I would try to stay out of its range. So I try to, like, go up here, I suppose, and just say, like, stay away from it, but, like, be around it. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. So let's do that. Let's bring you down here.
Can't do that, sire.
And why can't you do
Yes,
that?
mighty lord.
Can you guys get... Why? What's going on?
Ready to sail.
Why? What's
Can't
going
do
on?
that,
Can you not...
sire.
Can they not disembark from certain shore? Is that what's going on here? Oh, I've never noticed this before. Can you only disembark in areas where you have, like, the sandy shoreline? Oh. Well, I'll be. Yeah, it looks like that. Kind of looks like that's what's happening. I guess I didn't know that. Never seen that before. Well, that's confusing. How far down do I have to go? I have to go all the way down here? Is that what's really? Damn, that is very unfortunate. Damn, I did not know that. Looks like I can disembark up here. Looks like that's an option. So what's closer?
Orders?
It's hard to say. That would take you 3 turns to get there. So if I disembarked from there, it would take 3 turns. It's probably still closer than disembarking. See, it's weird because it looks like that's like the sandy shoreline, but I guess it's not. Quite honestly, in that case, I think I just want to go right back up here with this army. Damn, I can't reach them with that army? Oh, damn, that's so frustrating.
Engage.
What if I just take these guys out?
Mighty general. Orders. Sire.
If I take the cav out, can I get him?
Prepare
No?
for battle.
Jesus
Mighty
Christ.
general.
Oh, man.
My lead.
I'm just being thwarted at every turn. My faction leader has now passed away. Nakrak the Killer. He is gone, and I can't remember who was his heir. I guess I'll find out pretty soon here. So 17,000 in the treasury. Okay, and death stalks the land. Where is this? Memphis? Okay, yeah, not great. I'm training soldiers there, so... yeah, I was training Pharaoh's guards there. Citizens killed 3,000. I wonder how long that's going to last. The Brudi are the most advanced, okay, and... So new faction leaders, Nakti Epiphanes. Where are you? Yeah, you're here. You're 43, okay. 4 stars, 1 management, 3 influence. So green merchant, doctor, master embalmer, yeah, like that's a good one. Priest of Imhotep, master of archers, spice merchant, yeah, he has some good stuff. And he is here in Sidon, okay, got it. Good attacker, +2 command. Okay, so you should be on the front lines, honestly. You're a good general. Yeah, Kronk the Killer was more of a governor type of leader, but you should be on the front lines leading your armies. So I'll have to find a space for you. What else do we have? Okay, so nothing exciting there, and then yeah, I got some units trained up. Diplomatic information. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth. Can we kill this guy? What do we have? 32% chance. Just can we get him? Yeah, yeah, we got him. That's what you get for bribing Sela. Yeah, nice. And trait increase, cutthroat, nice. Yeah, cutthroat. Sweet. All right, I got some brigands here, some skirmishers and whatever. All right, so you're continuing on. You're going for Siwa, I guess.
Mighty general.
Damn, dude. Can I get away from you? Yeah. Let's just go. Run, flee. Run for your lives.
No more moves,
And
sire.
what in the hell is happening? Did they split up? Is that what just happened? They just split up? Alright, well, two can play that game. Guess I'll split up too and chase them down. So they're not making a move. That's interesting. They're just gonna hang out there. And that is going to make me, what, chase with you, I guess? So yeah, you have to chase.
Move out.
You're out of range of them, correct? Yes, you are. Okay. And let's go ahead and blockade this port here. Yeah, I should be more proactive when it comes to that stuff. Just blockading these ports.
Aye, great lord.
2 boats. Is that going to be enough? I know the Scipio have access to good boats, but I haven't seen any, so... Let's go ahead and be a little bit more adventurous, I suppose.
Out of moves, sire.
And then over here... Yeah, let's go ahead and
Aye, my
land
lord.
these guys.
All ashore.
And then
Mighty
this
general.
boat, these guys, this is a good fleet. So yeah, they can go
Yes, mighty
hunting.
lord. No more moves.
Up here, let's go back to splitting up my army so that we can chase these guys down. So if I take my cav out,
Attack! Glorious victory.
oh, do I have to do that again?
Orders.
All right, let's take my cav out again. And why can't we attack again?
Sire. Attack!
Yeah, that's I'm a little confused by how that happened. Can we just auto resolve this? I kind of want to just. Oh, he got away. God damn. Oh.
Prepare for battle.
Never auto resolve. Fuck, I never auto resolve. What was I? God damn. Why? Yeah. Why? Right. Why would I do that then? Why would that one time that I auto resolve be when I'm fighting up against a general and I could have just killed him? That's so annoying. All right, whatever. Over here, let's go and take these guys out and let's run down
Mighty
these
general.
brigands. Can I auto resolve this?
Victory is ours, mighty one.
Did they kill 25 of my guys? Oh my god, my general almost died.
Victory is
It's so
ours,
stupid.
mighty one.
Did we get a famous battle for that? No, that's 210 BC. Okay, so that's different. That would have been
Forward.
stupid.
Moves the
All right, so that's that. Can we fight this? No, we can't. Okay. And I think we're just gonna hang out and wait for the Greeks to sally out. I keep looking at these armies and thinking, do I want to
mighty
attack?
general.
I don't think I want to attack. I don't. I really don't. What I can do then, since I have 3 armies up here, like 3 like okay armies up here, they can take Mazaka and Sinope the slow, dumb way. Sure, just wait till it's done. This army, I keep thinking, do I want to attack Sinope with this army? Getting that draw out and fighting the rebels, it's tough because they have a general unit here, and then they have the Pontic heavy cavalry, and then archers, and then Eastern infantry and peasants, and that's what they have inside and outside. It's nothing too dangerous, but there is a decent fair bit of that Pontic heavy cav. So I don't know. It's just a little bit dicey. It's a little bit dicey. So I might want to wait for reinforcements from these armies before I take Sino. But what I'm trying to say though is that what I'm tempted to do is just fill this army back up again. I'm close. I can just get another unit or two going here. And then send them on their way. Get them in a boat and then send them to North Africa to help out. Because at this rate, what's going to happen here is this army is going to continue to chase down scraps for a million years. And that's just going to be what they're being wasted on. It's just a waste of time. And then this army is going to shadow this army until it can do something about it. Now, can it beat it by itself? I don't know. I'm sending these scrappy forces down here to Siwa just to hold the walls, I guess. Now, could they hold for a long time against this army? No. But if this army is tracking it down, I don't know. At least this army is full strength, and it does have the Pharaoh's Guard, the Pharaoh's Bowmen. But can we really chunk through all of that metal? I don't know. I really don't. But that's what I'm going to make a play for. If I have to, I do have units that are being trained up here. Pharaoh's Bowmen, honestly, gosh, can it get there in time? It would take 3 turns to get Pharaoh's Bowmen from Alexandria to Siwa. And it's going to take you probably 2 turns to get there.
Mighty General.
Yeah, it might be too little too late, but
Sire, mighty General.
I mean, let's just send these units and see, I guess.
March. Out of moves, great lord.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get them there.
Mighty General.
So if that's what's going to be happening with all of these armies, that means that everyone here is basically, like, this army is just going to be holding Cyrene against these forces that are hanging out here suspiciously on the border. And then what? Like, if you ever get done with your job of chasing down scraps, you can hold Cyrene while this army comes out. And I don't know, I don't want to attack this with just one army though. So I'd probably need both armies to do so. But what I'm trying to say though is that if I can just get, you know, another army coming from Tarsus, that can help out. And also I was looking at my forces in Sardis as well. And I'm not too far away. Having Nicomedia, Pergamum, Sardis, Halicarnassus, and even Rhodes contribute to the war effort, we can get this army topped off in relatively short order. So that can be another army that can come down and assist here in North Africa. So that's probably what's going to have to happen, because this is awkward. And it's hard to resolve it with just the forces that I have available to me right now.
The General.
I do want to play one more intern before I end this episode, but before I do that, let's go down and hunt some more brigands, of course. Of course. So it's going to be 2 peasants, an archer, and a rebel general. Let's get him. Let's fight this one. Okay, make sure it's done right, I guess. Our archers are now in position to start putting some fire on their peasants. Let's see if that's enough to draw them off of their hill. If so, perfect. If not, we can just continue to march up the hill. It does appear like I have finally drawn those peasants into a charge, and then they did break immediately. Their archers haven't been shooting at us, which is interesting. I would imagine that they would have the range on us. Let's get my Nile Cav. Yeah, they're going to be charging right in here, so let's get my guys off guard mode. And they died right away. Yep, there they go. Let's get Nile Cav into their archers, and my general can chase down those peasants as well. So all we have to do now is break those archers, and that should be the battle. Let's take you guys off of fire at will so we don't get any friendly fire here. You can charge into those peasants, make sure that they get cleaned up. And those archers have not broken yet. Jeez Louise. How are they still fighting? There we go. Let's end that battle. We lost 38 men somehow. Jesus. Alright, that's shocking.
Victory!
Okay, so that's that. And I think that I'm ready to end. Let's get you moving back to Arctic Sarta so I can retrain those units.
Out of moves, great lord.
And I think that that's fine for this turn, so let's go ahead and press end turn. And okay, we actually got attacked. I thought that we were out of range. What happened? What mistake did I make? Oh, they turned around and they went after the army that was following them. Okay, I wasn't expecting to fight this battle during this episode, but yeah, they turned around, which I guess is what I wanted, but yeah, this is scary. So my guy's only 1 stars, eh? That's all you got. Jesus. Okay, good thing he does have understanding of logistics, so that's going to give the +1 morale. Okay, that's good. This is another good one, good. So okay, so this is why I'm using him. He has bloody, so that's another +1 morale. That's good. Good, so +2 for morale for his army. And that's about it, in addition to his 1 star. This is going to be a tough test. What do you got? What are you, other than... Yeah, the 2 stars, that's it. Kind of looks like Stu Buscemi. No? Am I the only one that sees it? God, this is such a scary army. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, my chariots... How many spears do they have? They have 1.5 units of spears, basically. And it's the Praetorian Cav and Legionary Cav and the 3 Roman Cav and the General's unit. That's a lot of good Cav units. Damn. Yikes. My Camel Archers are not going to be great here, honestly. Do I have just the 2 Camel Archers? I do. What happened here? Okay, yeah, 2 Desert Cav and 2 Camel Archers. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't expect to win this, honestly, but we'll see what I can manage.
The bloody day has come. This will be the last for many, come what may. Our enemies will fall today. And remember this above all. The gods watch us today. Be sure they are not ashamed by your actions. Now advance!
Well, at least I have a hill. Kind of. Yeah, this is going to be pretty dodgy. I do have 2 regular chariots rather than the 2 Egyptian chariot archers. So just 1 chariot archer, 2 regular chariots. That might be better, actually, against this army, because I don't know if my archers are going to do a whole lot of damage against those heavy infantry units, but that's the thing. They just have the 1.5 units of auxilia, so if I can avoid their spearmen, maybe my chariots can really just kind of gang up on their infantry units and take them down? Maybe? I don't know. That's a lot of heavy infantry. So, here, if I can get lined up like this, and get lined up like that. Alright, I'm stressed out. This might be a challenge. But like in a good way. I'm stressed out in a good way. This could be fun. My archers are already in range, so that feels good. Getting some shots in on Roman Cav. And they're going really heavy on this side. So let's get my Cav swinging on over. In fact, let's get you guys running. And let's get chariots backing up quickly as well, because you guys are about to get out of position here. So yeah, they went completely open on that side. So I don't know. If we just charge all of our guys in, that's all the Cav right there, except for their general. My 2 Desert Cav plus my chariots against their guys, can I win that? I don't know. It's really hard to say. Let's get you guys here like that, and then here. Let's see here. Maybe come back with my chariots. And yeah, you guys can run, and then you guys can run. And yeah, they're coming in. Ay ay ay. That's Praetorians right there. Let's get my general out to the flank. And let's get... I don't know if I want... Alright, let's charge in here, and then here, and then here. And general... Charge in here. And then on this side, let's go here. Oh, that's not ideal, getting into the auxilia. That's not what I want. And yeah, they delayed their cav engagement, so they just distracted me. That's really smart. That's actually really good. So let's try to get my guys back, actually. Try to get you guys back, please. Please, please, please. Here you go. Here you go. Praetorian cohort. They're just crunching through my guys. Yikes. Alright, let's go in here and try to break them. Try to break them there on that side. And I have to get my chariots involved. The fact that they're just being zoned out sucks. So let's try to get a charge in here. With all my chariots. And there goes my general. Damn, that sucks. That really sucks.
General has got himself killed.
Yeah,
How
that's
will your
probably
soldiers
it. That's
greet
probably the
this
battle.
news?
My chariots got zoned out, and that was dumb. That was that's something I shouldn't have allowed to happen, but that's how it goes. Yeah, that sucks. Damn. My strongest units just got completely. They damn, that AI. You know, it's funny because like there's a lot of people that talk shit about the AI, but that was well played by them. You know, they brought their cav out to the flank and made me think that that was going to be the direction that the attack was coming from, and so I put. You know, I kind of overloaded on that side, thinking, all right, here it's coming, it's going to be coming, any moment it's going to be coming, and then it didn't come. The infantry hit came, and by then it was over, right? So yeah, that was, man, you gotta give it up to them sometimes. That was crafty, it really was. You know, it would have been a tough fight anyway, but you know, it's so hard to say because in that situation, when you see that strong flank developing, one of the options, of course, is to go the other way and hit their weak side, right? Because they had nothing over there. So that's you know, it's hard to say in retrospect because in that moment it was happening so fast, and it felt like the cav was making that flanking attack. And if I hadn't reinforced with my desert cav, they probably would have. But then the question is, could I have held them off long enough with my chariots and my desert axes, and maybe even my camel archers, and given my desert axes enough time to hit their weak side and wrap them up on that side with my slingers and my desert axes? Yeah, that, you know, in hindsight, that seems like that would have been the better option. But in the moment, their cav felt like I was being very aggressive. And then they just stopped on a dime and just sat there and waited. And I was completely zoned out. I had nothing. You know, by then they had their infantry wrapped around that strong side flank so that I couldn't get around to a position where my cav and my chariots would have been useful. They were just zoned out by my own units. They were zoned out by the enemy units. It's just honestly, a really good maneuver by the enemy. It's weird saying that because there's so much trash talk that goes towards the AI in this game, and I'm sure some of it's come from me before, but that was a good move, very very good. And I'm fucked. I'm in a lot of trouble now because what did I killed 433 of their guys, so basically nothing. Basically the whole army is fine and they're free to do whatever they want to me. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have an answer to that because the good news is, what's the silver lining? So the good news is that I drew them away from Siwa, right? So I can reinforce it with stuff and I can get stuff inside of Siwa. That's the good news. And then this army's here. It's pretty banged up. And it didn't do anything to that army. No. They're moving off. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, what are you? Just a trireme, eh? 1 point of experience and 1 point of attack. Well, let's hunt you down. Yeah, I got them. Can I get them with another one? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I can. And can I get him again? Oh, hell yeah. Seriously? What? What? No. Kill that boat. Oh my god. Jesus, that was ridiculous. All right. Finally, we got one Skippy-Eye boat down. Now they're moving back now, and I wonder why. Do they think that I have an army on my... I wonder if they're doing it because I was blockading them and they got nervous by that. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Because what I can do now is, yeah, chase you down finally. And then I suppose what has to happen is, I suppose you have to come in and try to help out, even though I don't think you can. I don't think this army can beat this army. Let's spy. What damage did I do to these guys? Basically nothing. I don't know. Where did the 400 kills even come from? You know? Look at these guys. What did I kill? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
Orders. Mighty General.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm really curious. I don't know what they're gonna do. You know, I can continue to fill up Siwa, but then would they turn around and attack Cyrene? I'd prefer that. This army is kind of better suited to that defending itself than this army is, so yeah, I'm curious. Really curious to see what's gonna happen there. And let's just get through these notifications and end this episode. So 25,000 in the treasury, plague in Memphis, and the Pharaoh. Yes, I'm the most advanced faction. Perfect. Natural death for Aprias, Epiphanes, diplomat in Belgica. So that's going to be here. Okay, so I don't have any. Need someone talking to the Britons at some point. And Mirar Philometer, that's the guy that just died in battle. And Myra Casaros, is that going to be his son or no? I don't know. Maybe not. I think Casaros must be the... Anyway, so retinue expands. Admiral Amataios, +1 command. Perfect. Is that going to be for you, the guy that wasn't in the fight? Okay. No, I think I just built that boat, I think. I think that's just what happened. So he was just given a command point upon being trained up. Perfect. All right, looks good. Yep, got some units being trained up, and that's fine. Trait increase sneaky for that spy that I just used to spy on that general. That all looks fine. And let me just take a quick tour around my Empire Brigands Classic. Got a couple units up there that need to be dealt with. Still nothing happening here against, what was this? Cappadocia? Yeah, still nothing happening in Cappadocia. 6 turns before it surrenders. I'm probably just going to wait it out. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do there. And then... anything noteworthy over here? No. No brigands. It looks... speaking of the devil, there you are. There you are. A couple brigands that need to be dealt with. I guess I can send you down. You might be the closest guy to that. And then, hey, you can come up here. And land, I guess? I don't know. I'm scared. This is... man. It's more than I signed up for. Let's get off these boats and see if I can hire some stuff. I definitely can. Alright, Sarmatians and 2 Scythians. Perfect. Let's hire that and... yeah, make our move. just the fateful march. Perfect. And... yeah, sapping point, and then let's get those and... okay, actually, that's a lot of stuff I can build. Perfect. Maintain that siege. It would last for 7 turns if I waited them out. And, god damn it, they got a lot of stuff, but... it's just the one general, which is nice. And it's the general, it was those cataphracts that were like the last guys standing in that last battle. And here it's just the one general. Yeah, just the one general up here as well. Okay. At least there's that. At least it's not too many cataphracts that need to be dealt with. That's going to be it for this episode. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Connestep playing Rome Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.